Now that you know how to copy a line segment and copy an angle, we'll use these tools to copy a congruent triangle. To begin, click on the Triangle tab found at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. Here you can see you have triangle ABC and array C'E. The point C' will be the new point C in your new triangle. We want to begin by creating the first segment, C'B'. To do this, select line segment CB and point C'. Go to the Construct menu and create a circle by center radius. As seen earlier, the radii of circle C' will all be congruent to segment CB. We want to use the point of intersection of circle C' and ray C'E as our new point B'. Once you have that point, create the line segment C'B'. At this point, hide your circle . Now, the next step is to copy an angle. For this demonstration, we will copy the angle ACB. To do this, first we must create an arc from intersecting segment CA and segment CB. The circles centered at C will intersect CA and also intersect CB. Label these points intersection G and H. Now, we also want this arc on our ray C'E. To do this, create the line segment connecting C to H. Select that line segment and also select point C'. And construct the circle by center radius. Label the point of intersection on segment C'B' and the circle centered at C' as point Q. The original arc we created, centered at point C, has now intersected AC and CB at points G and H. Create the line segment GH. Now select that line segment and select your new point Q and construct the circle by center radius. The two circles, one centered at C' and one centered at Q, will intersect at 2 points. Select the uppermost point and label it G'. Now, construct the ray C'G'. By construction, we now have two congruent angles, G', C', B', and ACB. To make the rest of the construction clearer to see, hide all of the circles you had created up to this point and segment GH. As you can see, we now have two congruent sides. C'B' B' is congruent to CB, and angle G', C', B' is congruent to angle ACB. We would like to use the side angle side axiom for congruent triangles. So now we must create a congruent side on the ray C prime G prime to AC. To do this, select the line segment AC and the point C prime. Now construct the circle by center radius. The circle centered at C prime will intersect ray C prime G prime at exactly one point. This point will now be your A prime. Now we must create a congruent side on the ray C prime G prime to AC. To do this, select the line segment AC and the point C prime. Now construct the circle by center radius. The circle centered at C prime will intersect ray C prime G prime at exactly one point. This point will now be your A prime. Now you can create line segment A prime, C prime. At this point, hide all rays, points, and circles. All that should be left on your screen now is line segments A prime, C prime B prime, and triangle ACB. Now create line segment A prime, B prime. You have now created two congruent triangles. Well done.